But yeah, it'd be definitely interesting to see because Rufio definitely has a strong, probably the top meta deck over Schattenspieler, but it just comes down to execution will play a huge part of this.
Yeah. So, yeah, as we said before, so we have Eldritch again, but it's quite a different build.
Yeah, it's playing the Magician's Souls engine in there.
Yeah.
Instead of playing every hand trap you can possibly cram into a deck, you play Magician's Souls and go for like just rule numbers of cards, playing Triple Jet Synchron, going for the Aurora Dawn strategy, and also the Super Dreadnought Cannon Gustav Max.
Yep. And Lithai as well, whatever its name is. Libe, sorry. But Rufio, we still didn't get to see this Caligo Clawcrow in play, so maybe we get to see that cool tech.
Yeah, figure out how that actually plays into his combo. But this should be a really good game. This is a game that this is a particular deck matchup that I'd expect to see in the finals. So I'm really happy that we get to do that right now here in the 8 remaining players.
Yeah. It's. I mean, I just hope we get to see some of these techs that Rufio's in, because I mean, just based on your reaction, it's quite unusual techs. So yeah,
I think
cool to see.
Calico Clawcrow is one of the weirdest techs I've seen in a very long time. I'm trying to think of when that's actually ever been played in a competitive deck since its release in Star Deck V for Victory, but I can't think off the top of my head, although I'm sure chat might remember an obscure time where that happened.
Probably. The chat remembers everything. That's the trouble. The good, the bad, the ugly, they remember it all. So, the final match of our top 8. So far, Matt, let's have a very quick recap. So we've got Julio in with Adamancipators. We have Doc 7 with the Gren Maju Banishing style deck. We have Volcanos in with Salamangrate. So right now we don't actually have any of the decks that you were thinking, well, we were both thinking are the top contenders. Let's see which one of these makes it. So Schattenspieler with Eldritch or Rufio with Dinos. Let's go over to the table and find out. Here we are. So we're going to see a quick die roll. 6 and a 9.
Schattenspieler going to get to set up first. Very, very strong position to begin the game in. In terms of hand trap interaction for Rufio, he doesn't actually have any. So his opponent's going to be able to set up uncontested. Yeah, he actually plays zero hand traps, apart from miscellaneous source, I guess you could count. But that's not... Oh, he does. He plays 3 copies of Ash Blossom. I'm just being blind. Okay, so there is some potential interaction coming from Rufio. He's also playing 2 copies of miscellaneous source, which is... It's triggering. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. Oh, dear. Yeah, well... Schattenspieler is going to be able to go on one here with the Deskbot.
Yeah, he gets.
I love this. The fact that we get to see Deskbot.
Yep. See Linkross. Linkross is going to make 2 tokens. And Link Rebo comes back, eat one of the tokens. It's not a Link summon, since it's coming out of the graveyard, so you are able to use a Link Ross token. Yep. And then those 2 will get linked away pretty promptly for Barricade Blocker. And then straight up to Aurora.
Yeah, wow.
And then 3 tokens, and the Deskbot comes back. Whew.
I mean, this is just...
Yeah, this is...
the Auroradon tech, Matt. The Auroradon tech is...
Yeah, he's very full into this. That's why he's playing copies of Tuning as well, just to make sure that he has access to his Jet Synchron.
Yeah, I'm a bit blown away. I think this is the first time. Oh, and we finally get to see Mr. Tech Genis himself, the Hyper Librarian.
Oh, this is going to be like Schattenspieler's best possible start.
Yeah, this is crazy, right? Because we're going to get to draw 2 cards here as well. Oof.
Yeah, this is exactly how I want to be. This is exactly how I want to be playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
He's got 6. No. He's got 6 cards. He's got 6 cards, and he's on turn 1.
It's like, yep. That's a very, very strong start. And the form of Synchron, of course, can use these tokens as material for Excel Synchron, a draw card, because the Hyper Librarian isn't once per turn. Was a prize card for the National Championship season.
It was.
And here we're going to see a Jet Synchron being fished up with tuning. And then Excel Synchron's being synchroned away for a Boral Savage Dragon, and that's going to draw a card and get equipped.
I kind of do, but kind of don't want to know how many books Librarian just read just now, but...
He reads from one book, and he just reads it over and over again. He is like the worst person you can invite to a book club if you're dull enough to go to a book club.
Wow, Matt.
Hey, no, I shouldn't go in that hard, right? Club. Like I shouldn't be mean to other people's hobbies, especially somebody who could probably say the same thing about my hobbies. But yeah, he just shows up every week. He goes, "So, what did you guys think of Mice and Men?" He goes, "Well, I drew a bunch of cards, and no. Did you read of Mice and Men?" And he's like, "Does it let me draw cards? Then why would I waste my time doing this?" So yeah, Boral Savage being set up with 3 Boral counters, so that's going to be a bunch of negates. Curse of the Eldland, now pay 8, feel great, and get to search deck for a Eld card. He goes for the Golden Land Forever, which is a Solemn Judgment, if you control the Eldritch monster. Tuning number 2 comes down, and we're going to get ourselves a second Jet Synchron, because tuning isn't once per turn.
No. It was... This card was written before once per turn. Because it's bad to mill a card, right, Matt?
I don't know what the word mill means. That's not a real term, my friend.
To send a card from the top of the deck to the graveyard. That's a very steep cost.
Yeah, that cost is crazy high, right?
Yeah, just like the cost for Genex Undine.
Well, the cost of Genex Undine, the real secret cost is you've got to play a Genex controller.
Yeah.
Everything else on there is just gravy. Yeah, we're going to see Golden Lord. Yep, and now I can banish my Elixirs to get more interaction. Conquistador. The Sanguine gets banished.
Yeah.
Conquistador and Hakuero of the Golden Land being set. Oh god, this is
Huakiro of the Golden Land.
Are you sure they're based on El Dorado, right? So it's probably Spanish. It would be Hakuero, right?
Yeah, Huakiro.
And yeah, set full back row, Eldritch and Boral Savage. That's probably the absolute highest an Eldritch deck can probably start on. I'm just trying to think if there's anything better. And I think not in this particular build that he's going with. It's just kind of like exactly where he wants to be.
I think that, to correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first time we've seen a full-on Eldritch combo with the synchro version.
That is right. This is the first time we're seeing it today, and it all comes off of a uncontested Halku Fibrax. Do overload, guys. If you haven't got your copy, I'd get on that.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry, I'm just taking a quick look in the chat here and being told it's pronounced Wakiro.
Joaquiro, yeah.
But I don't know if that guy's messing with me. That's the thing.
No, that's right. Yeah,
that is correct.
It's the kind of hua noise is quite soft. Joaquiro.
Oh, there you go. Well, the only Spanish I learned was enough to annoy one of my colleagues, who's Portuguese. That's kind of like the only effort I really put into it.
Oh dear. It's funny because I know it's true.
You sit in the same office when we're allowed to be there.
Yeah.
Miscellaneous Source is very, very good. Miscellaneous Source now prevents his cards being, his dinosaurs being interacted with. So there is a chance for Rufio to now break through this.
I want to break through.
That effect veiler doesn't negate the override, right? Because Miscellaneous Source makes it unaffected.
Yeah.
Unless I've misunderstood that.
Isn't it just destruction? Oh, yep, it is, yeah, unaffected.
Oh, so he's just effect veiler for nothing. I don't think the player's caught that though. I think he's just allowed the effect veiler to go without searching.
Oh, apparently Miscellaneousaurus was actually negated. It was negated, apparently.
What? But yeah, by Coral Savage. There we go. And Claw Crow and Prankratops. Prankratops is very good. I think Prankratops was probably the most and greatest side deck card you could possibly play for a long time, because it just accomplished so much for you. You get to special summon it, it beats up a guy, and it takes out another card. It did pretty much everything you wanted a side deck card to do.
Yeah.
And then 1-for-1 being played, discarding True King of Disasters Lyphostogen. We have a really interesting card, which, if unchecked, goes into your opponent's extra deck and just messes with them.
My favorite thing is how the players still do like hand gestures as if their opponent's field's there.
It's muscle memory, right? And it's the closest thing you can feel to being natural. I notice that when a player like reaches across the table, that's when you know that they're actually trying to like point to something, but they obviously point to something on the screen, and it's like, oh yeah, that's actually...
Yeah.
My opponent can't see where I'm pointing.
Yeah. Here's a bit of Bobble Croc.
Yeah, this is another great card from Eternity Code. If access code Talker hasn't already proven his weight in gold, you can look at the Adamantiorn Archosaur. Anybody who told you this card is bad, don't listen to them. This card is very good.
And it looks fabulous.
He is a bit of a looker, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, you see a Vela.
Yeah, that makes sense, especially since Miscellaneous Source already got canned. That's the second Vela this turn, right?
Yeah, Vela is one of the few hand traps that doesn't have once per turn on it.
Yeah, it's from the Land Before Time.
Yeah, the Ghost Girls is when hand traps started having once per turn on them. I think even Skullmeister isn't once per turn. Not totally sure about that. Answers on a postcard. Nobody ever sends us postcards. I wish they did.
You know what? If you want to send Luke a postcard, go ahead. Please don't send me anything. I'm fine living my life not knowing what's going on with on the postcard. Ricky Gervais has a fantastic bit of his stand-up talking about sending postcards to mess with the postman, but I can't repeat that on the stream for fear of getting fired and the channel banned.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good idea.
No. So we're not gonna repeat exactly what he said.
So, although we saw Schattenspieler with a truly divine opening, it seems Rufio has been able to play at least a little bit through it. Do you think we're going to see epic comeback time, or do you think that Schattenspieler is going to be able to summon some more synchro monsters and make it happen?
Schattenspieler is probably very heavily looking to close out the game on this turn, to be entirely honest.
Do all the Eldritch trap monsters do they share levels?
Yeah, if Schattenspieler doesn't actually close the game out, that would be quite shocking. It's just such a powerful start, right? Where you get the full Hyper Librarian combo.
Yeah. He drew at least like 4 or 5 cards off that Librarian. When you can ladder up through, Formula Synchron, and then up into Axel Synchron, and then up into something else, and then Boral Sword. Just
yeah. I draw cards all along the way, right? So even if your plan goes a bit sideways, you can always just play the extra cards you drew in your hand.
Yeah. So that's all great. OTK start. We see
and
Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gustav.
Yeah, the Pain Train is on its way.
Yeah. And then we're possibly going to see him upgrade that into Liebe as well. Not that he really needs to. I mean, he's got so much stuff. But, yeah, that's Liebe anyway, for good measure. Wow, this has really been quite a performance from Schattenspieler here.
Yeah, you just got to be careful to not lock yourself into only attacking with that, and then your opponent's Link Rebo essentially blanking your battlefield, trying to blank your battlefield. Of course, you've got Brawl Savage, so that's not even a factor here.
Yeah.
Hyper comes with the first attack. Link Rebo. And Brawl Savage. And that's going to be 2,100 points of damage over the top of the Link Rebo.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's just writing it down on his notepad to be polite, because that is definitely enough damage.
Yeah. Quite a lot of damage coming through here.
Oh, I see. He went for the attack. He negated the effect, and he paid the cost of tributing the Link Rebo, so he's just taking his replay.
There is the Crow, by the way, if you wondered.
It's literally just sat there saying nevermore, because I'm never going to know why he was playing this card.
Yep.
I know it's a second search target if you draw your double evolution pill, but still, why would you not just play 2 double evolution pills? And that's a slam. Yeah, there we go. The train pulls into the station and gets him there. And that's going to be Schattenspieler progressing on to the final 4 players of the tournament, the top 4. I'm okay to say top 4. Can't say top when there's only 16 players before that. Okay. So we can go top 4 from here.